channel. So today I'm doing my November favorites. I can't even believe that December is like next week. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys are all enjoying the holiday season. This is by far my favorite time of year for my November favorites. So I've been using a lot of new products this month. Some of these products I've actually been using for months, but I've never really talked about them in detail, and I thought that I wanted to include them in this video and tell you guys about them because I'm loving them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Most of them are makeup. I do have two products that are not makeup, but let's go ahead and get started with my November favorites. Thanks for watching. I'm going to talk about the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and I've actually been using this concealer for a couple of months now. I really like it. It's not one that I use every single day, but it is a great one to just grab when I'm going to the grocery store or the gym or just wherever and I want something really quick. I also keep this in my purse if I ever needed to touch up my concealer on the go. Applicator, and you just actually twist the product up and then it comes out onto the skin. You don't really use this to blend it, even though it looks like you might. I just actually apply it and then I use my finger to blend. I really love it. I would compare it very similarly to my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's different in the application, but I feel like I get the same kind of look, and obviously this is drugstore, so it's going to be a lot less when you go to buy it. So this is a foundation that I was turned on to because of Jaclyn Hill. It's the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I hesitated buying this for a while because it is, I know that she loves like luminous finishes and she likes really glowy foundations, and I like the very opposite. I like very velvet matte finish foundations. I will say this though, I've worn this a couple of different ways, and I like it best when it's paired with the next product that I'm about to talk about, which is a primer, and I'll tell you why. But I really like this foundation because it just offers a really kind of sheer to medium coverage. So I can get pretty decent coverage out of it if I build it. I apply it with a beauty blender, and that tends to give me a little bit better coverage. But without the primer, a few hours later, I'm feeling like I need to touch up with. With the primer, it's completely different. So with the primer, I love this foundation. It's just really pretty on the skin. It doesn't look like you have a lot of makeup on. It has more of a natural finish, so you don't feel like you have a heavy foundation on, yet you get really great coverage from it. So I am a fan of this. Okay, so since I started talking a little bit about this next product, let's go ahead and dive more into it. This is the Stay Flawless 15-Hour Foundation Primer by Benefit. I have not been a very big primer girl for a long time. I don't think since I worked in makeup I haven't been wearing primers really. I wasn't really sold on the benefits of them. I think primers are really, personally I think primers are great for two things. If you have large pores and you want to minimize the appearance of those pores, some primers will really kind of fill that in, so when you put your foundation on, everything looks really smooth. Now, I started using some products about 2 years ago by Rodan & Fields that really helped minimize the appearance of my pores on its own, so I found that I didn't need a primer for that reason. The other reason I would say that primers are beneficial are to keep your foundation on all day. But I always would go towards long-wearing foundations, so I felt like I didn't necessarily need a primer on top of that. I felt like I was getting long enough wearability out of my foundations without it. So it was one of those extra steps that I just didn't feel was necessary. However, I saw someone rave about this primer, and it probably was Jaclyn Hill. Anything she says, I go and buy. But I'm pretty sure that she was talking about this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making this up in my head. But anyway, I saw someone talk about it. Maybe a few girls talk about it, and I went out and bought it. And this is actually a different type of application. This is a stick. So I just kind of swipe my face with this. It's not a liquid, obviously. It's not a cream. But I notice it makes a big difference in the way my foundation looks immediately, especially with the Sheer Glow foundation. When I put this on underneath it, it almost turns that foundation into more of a velvet, almost more of a velvet matte finish, which I really like. And it definitely keeps that foundation on longer throughout the day without getting a shine or out feeling like I have to touch up throughout the day with it. So for that reason, I'm sold on this primer. I don't necessarily wear it with every foundation that I have, but foundations that I have that I feel like maybe don't give me that wearability that I want, this makes a huge difference. So I'm definitely a fan of this. The next product is actually not a new product, it's an old school product, but I have been using it lately and loving it, and that's the MAC Blot Powder Loose in medium dark. I've always used Blot Powder, I've always used the press formula, and I've always kept it in my purse, and that's what I've always gone to touch up my face. I'll even use it to touch up any like oil in my hair, but I recently grabbed this for a video that I did a few weeks ago, and I've just been in love with it. I've been applying it with a big soft powder puff and just kind of pressing it into the skin, and it just makes your skin look very, very matte, very porcelain. It just sets everything so beautifully. It takes away any shine. It just absorbs every bit of oil or shine that you have on your face, and it just leaves everything looking flawless. The only drawback obviously is that you don't keep it in your purse and touch up easily, but I find that if I use this in the morning, I really don't have to touch up throughout the day at all. So this stuff is beautiful. Okay, so the next product is something I picked up a few weeks ago, and it is by a cosmetic line called Jane Iredal. I've known about this company for a while now. It's a mineral-based cosmetic company, and to be very honest with you, I had always just kind of walked past it. I never was, and it's not really available everywhere. It's available at a few local makeup boutiques and beauty boutiques where I live. I'm sure it's available at other places around the country, but I've known about it for years, never even been tempted to try it. And to be honest, I don't know if it's about if it's the packaging or what, but the brand of it seemed to be kind of, I don't know, it didn't have cool packaging, it didn't seem edgy, it didn't seem fun. I just decided to kind of give it a try, and I feel like I've been missing something for years. This, I just bought this one eyeshadow, but I'm going to be ordering more. This is the Pure Pressed eyeshadow, and this is the color Peach Sherbert. Oh my gosh, this color is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is just like it says, it has a peach undertone to it, but it's a really pretty soft champagne peachy shade. So it's light enough to be used as a highlight color under the brow, but it has a peach undertone to it. So it really, for green or blue eyes, I mean, that peach undertone really makes an impact and will complement your blue or green eyes. It's just gorgeous. It's so creamy. I don't know if you can see there. It's just really creamy and just high quality. I love this company. I'm going to definitely be trying more of their products after getting this one eyeshadow. I was extremely impressed with this eyeshadow. So again, this is Peach Sherbert by Jane Iredal. I bought this lipstick from Bare Minerals, also at the beauty store here in Austin, and I love this shade. So you've probably noticed that in all my videos, I'm very kind of nude, bare lips. I don't wear a lot of color. YouTube is forcing me to venture out a little bit because I don't want to have the same makeup look in every single video that I do for you guys. So I'm forcing myself to step outside my comfort zone and try, you know, just try new things. So this is a lipstick that I picked up by Bare Minerals, and it is Marvelous Moxie Lipstick. Never Say Never is the shade, and it is so pretty. It is just a really pretty, let me see if you can see that, bright fuchsia pink, and this lipstick is so creamy and opaque. I wore this for Thanksgiving, and I put one layer on, and I mean, we left the house at like 10:30, so I probably put it on around 10. Got home around 6, had eaten all day, and my lips were still very stained from the color, so I didn't touch up once. These lipsticks are great. I'll definitely be picking up more shades of this. Also from Bare Minerals, I picked up 2 lip pencils. I picked up one shade to go with the lipstick, a really bright pink shade. This shade is Jazzed, and it's really pretty. Just the formula of these lip pencils is what I'm blown away with. The colors are beautiful, of course, but the formula is really what I love. First, I'm so over sharpening eye pencils or lip pencils. I love something that's self-sharpening. I don't know, I just really like the packaging of the product, but it's just really creamy. It goes on really well. It has a nice point though, so if you overline or you want to have really detailed lip lines, you can get this from this lip liner. This is a pretty color, and the other color that I picked up is more of a neutral shade. It's called Empowered, and it's basically kind of like, I wouldn't call it nude. It's got more color than nude, but it's just I am terrible at swatching for the camera. There it is. It's just a nice, pretty pinky brown rose color. So this is just a good everyday lip color. It's basically like your lip color, but a little bit darker. Last two products I'm going to talk about. This was another Jaclyn Hill purchase. She talked about this when I first got on YouTube about 6 months ago, and I was just spending hours at night. I know that sounds awful, but I would get in bed around 10:30, and I literally would be on my computer for like 2 hours watching videos, and hers were ones that I was just going through. And she talked about the Dr. George's Dental White in a video she did years ago, I think. And so I ordered it, and oh my gosh, I love this. So I gave this a try. I've been using it for a couple of months now, so it's not something I just recently started using, but I've never talked about it. It comes in a package like this. I ordered it on Amazon, and I ordered it for 2. So I ordered this with 2 sets of trays, one for me and one for my husband, and I think it was like $28 or something. It was very inexpensive. I will say this, with the trays that you get, they're like self-molding. So there's a video on Dr. George's website that shows you how to mold them. I completely failed at that. I was not successful at that at all. So I actually got on Amazon and ordered another set of trays that were thinner and were supposed to be easier to mold. I failed at that as well too. So I mean, you could still use it, but obviously the more of a closer mold you get to your teeth, the better the product's gonna work. Luckily, I had Invisalign last year, and I went back to get a retainer to sleep in at night from my dentist, and so I've been using that custom-made retainer to use this. So that's awesome. So if you have that, great. If not, you can order the trays on Amazon. I have friends that have done it, and they didn't understand why I was having a difficult time, because they did it and they had great success with it. So I will say this, if you get it, watch the video. It takes some time to mold them, because you don't want to just think like I think, oh, it's easy to do it, I'll do it, and then I totally mess it up. If you do mess it up, they're very inexpensive if you want to buy more on Amazon, so not a big deal. Okay, and the last product I have to talk about is Revitalash. So I've been using this since July. Last several months, my lash extensions were falling out quicker than they've ever fallen out. I noticed that I would leave and I would feel like I wasn't getting as full as I was able to get in the past. And I was looking at my natural lashes through my extensions, and I was noting my natural lashes were super thin and short and just pathetic. And with lash extensions, the lash stylist can really only apply, you know, they can only go so far with the lashes that you have. So if you have really, if you have thin, weak, short lashes, they can't apply a really long, thick lash because it'll damage your natural lash. So they were doing the best that they could with what I had, but I just wasn't really happy with the way they were looking. And so I got Revitalash to strengthen my own natural lashes, and it made a world of difference. It took a few weeks though. I would say it took 5 or 6 weeks for me to really see the difference, but I apply this every night and sometimes in the morning, but I have definitely noticed a difference with Revitalash, and I have friends that have used this that don't have lash extensions, and I've seen the difference in their lashes. So I'm a big fan and believer in this. Anyhow, that wraps up my November favorites. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. You know, I've been doing these videos for a few months now, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I really enjoy just kind of sharing my passion and sharing my tips and tricks, and hope that it's helpful. So when I hear feedback from you that it's helping, or that you tried a makeup look and you loved it, or you tried one of the products I recommended and you like it, that really is why I do this. So please leave me your feedback. If you want to see future videos or looks or ideas for videos, I'm love hearing that too. So please leave that in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Just click that little button, subscribe, and you will get updates from YouTube when I upload a new video. All right, I think that's it, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hot. These lights make me so hot. Oh my gosh.